I think liberals, they make a real effort not to understand the Trump voter. And, you know, it's like, oh, DeSantis is going to be great because it's Trumpism without Trump. And I think they're like, why would we want a tribute band when the actual band is still playing?
The audience is going to have a field day with this clip. What is up, everyone? In this clip from Real Time with Bill Maher, we're diving into this conversation where Bill Maher absolutely shuts down a liberal guest over some seriously flawed MAGA logic. And he does it live on air in front of a stunned audience. Maher is no stranger to calling out nonsense from both sides, and he goes full throttle here, dismantling the liberal blind spots when it comes to understanding Trump's voters. If you've ever wondered why the left just doesn't get it when it comes to MAGA, this is the breakdown you've been waiting for. So let's just get into this clip without spoiling anything, and of course, I'll be giving you my unfiltered take as we go through it.
I agree 100%. Yes, DeSantis can fill a room, but he can fill it with the kind of energy you want to then leave the room. Like, he does not have the warmth.
What?
But on top of it, the thing that, so I went back a couple weeks ago. Do you guys remember the first debate in 2015? It's August 2015, right? And so everybody's like, what the hell is about to happen? So they did the junior debate first. It was the 7 Republicans who didn't get to like 5%. Then they bring them all out. It's 10 guys. The first question to all 10 of them was, who will raise their hand and say that they won't support the nominee, no matter who it is? Trump raises his hand, and the crowd boos. I mean, a lusty boo. And it's like watching the 5 seconds before Pompeii goes off. Because what then happens is they're booing, and Trump, not a word, gives a gesture. He gives the Trump face, which is like, are you fucking kidding me? These jokers around me? And you can actually hear the crowd turn from a boo to a shriek of joy, because he's the transgressor. He's Johnny Rotten of the Republican Party. You will not find anybody who delivers for those guys better than him.
He's why there's a certain clique in high school, and you don't understand, why are they the cool kids? They have confidence.
Awesome. Bill and this guest make an absolutely excellent point. Trump raises his hand and the crowd boos, and then plot twist, they're cheering for him seconds later. Why? Because Trump is the ultimate disruptor. He's the guy who walks into a stuffy Republican debate and says, screw your rules, I'm playing by my own. And the people love him for it. It's like watching a high school movie where the rebel shows up and instantly becomes the cool kid. Everyone else is following the script and Trump's over here rewriting it. And when this guest references Johnny Rotten of the Republican Party, I think that's a perfect comparison. Trump is like the punk rock of politics. He's loud, he's brash, and he doesn't care who he offends. And just like punk rock, he's not for everyone. But for his fans, he's everything. Liberals keep trying to paint him as this evil, calculating mastermind, but the truth is, he's just chaos incarnate. And for a lot of people, that chaos feels like freedom. It's sort of a middle finger to the establishment, and honestly, who doesn't love a good middle finger every now and then? I think this is an important thing to recognize, and I think this is what a lot of the left truly doesn't understand. Let's go and see Bill's perspective and these other major points.
And the rest of us are insecure.
I don't think that's going to work again. That worked for a long time. He's got an amazing charisma, that kind of towel snapping business that he does. But I have a hard time believing that there isn't a critical mass of people who wouldn't go for somebody who believes in the sorts of things that he unfortunately believes in, but also seems like he would rule as a grown-up. And by DeSantis filling a room, I mean that some people have said to me that he actually gives a good speech. Now, I don't think he'll ever light up a room the way Trump did, but wouldn't people maybe prefer the tribute band rather than somebody who's going to blow up the world?
No.
I hope so.
No, I hope so too, but it's, I was even more on the side of what I'm saying now this week when we found out how much Fox News has been lying. And I thought, see, my liberal mind went to, oh my God, you Fox News viewers, all you care about is fake news. And now we have you caught red-handed. That you are getting fake news. We have this evidence. They're caught red-handed talking. We have the transcripts, the emails, the texts. They're saying they hate Trump. He's bad for the country. They know he lost the country, and they're telling you the exact opposite. Aren't you dumbasses understand? And they're going, yeah, we know, but it just feels right. It feels good, and I need to feel good. And it doesn't matter if it's factually right. It's like, you know what? Remember the O.J. trial? Like, black folks knew that O.J. killed that girl.
To a man.
Right. Yes. But it just felt right. And I don't blame them. For once, a black guy beat the justice system after a zillion times the other way around.
Maher's going full prosecutor mode here. And he also again makes an absolutely excellent point. This is like really deep thinking, which I love. He realizes that Trump voters don't even care. They know it's fake news, but they don't care because it feels right. A great analogy he makes is like the OJ trial. Sometimes people care more about the narrative than the facts, and for Trump voters, the narrative is simple. The elites hate us and Trump is our guy. Facts are secondary. Fox News gets caught red-handed lying about Trump, and what happens? Do their viewers abandon ship? Nope, they double down. Because for a lot of these folks, it's not even about the truth, it's about validation. They've been told for years that the mainstream media is out to get them and the system is rigged, and that the elites look down on them. So when Fox News gets exposed, it doesn't shatter their worldview, it confirms it. It's like, see, even the so-called conservative media is a part of the swamp. And this is sort of the part where liberals completely miss the boat. They think, oh, if we just show them the evidence, then they'll see the light. But that's not how this works. You can't logic someone out of a position they didn't logic themselves into. For Trump voters, it's not about facts. It's about identity. It's about feeling seen, heard, and represented by someone who's willing to fight for them, even if that someone is a billionaire from New York who's probably never set foot in a Walmart. And Maher nails it when he says they don't care about the lying. They don't, because for them, it's not about the lies, it's about the message. And the message is clear. We're under attack and Trump is our last line of defense. Whether that's true or not is almost irrelevant. What matters is that it feels true. And in politics, perception is often more powerful than reality. Again, really deep thinking, but I think a very important point and one that I honestly agree with. So there's one major final point. Let's go ahead and check it out.
So you think people are going to watch Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham lying to them, but figure, well, that's okay because we want to get back at people who look down
Yes,
on us.
absolutely. Yes, that's exactly it.
And the idea that people want, oh, but he has some of the policies that we love so much about Trump. They don't care about the policies. They care about the guy who's
Yes,
willing to
they don't
poke
even
his
care about the
finger.
lying. I mean, Tucker Carlson is now caught saying, I hate Trump passionately. And I thought, when I always, this, they got you. And then I realized, and I've quoted this before, some conservative guy I know said to me some time ago, what you people don't get about the MAGA crowd is we don't like him either. And then I read this other thing Trump said a couple of weeks ago where he said, they're not out to get me. They're out to get you. They're coming for you. They just got to get through me. That's what they like about him. He's a warrior.
Trump's genius is that he frames himself as the shield standing between his voters and the elites. It's not about him, it's about them. He's the quote-unquote warrior, the prosecutor, the guy who's willing to take the hits so they don't have to. And that's why his base is so loyal. They don't see him as a politician, they see him as a gladiator. And love or hate him, you've got to admit he's one hell of a showman. Trump could be sitting in a golden tower eating caviar and his voters would still see him as one of them because he talks like one of them. He's not polished, he's not politically correct, and he's not afraid to say the quiet part out loud, and for a lot of people that's refreshing. It's like finally someone who's not afraid to punch back. And the final point I'd like to end off is that's a lot of the reasons why the liberals attack on Trump, and whether it's impeachment, indictments, or media hit pieces, they all do the exact opposite of what these liberals want, which is just making him stronger. Because every time someone goes after Trump, his voters see it as proof that he's telling the truth. See, they're coming for him. And if they're coming for him, they're coming for us. It's a self-reinforcing cycle, and it's why Trump's base is so unshakable. Of course, that's my thoughts. As always, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Down in the comments below if you agree with the points and takes that I made, if you agree with the points that Bill made, and generally this clip as a whole. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.